Hi everyone, Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, and I am back with Christmas in July, day 25. And today's theme is Blue Christmas. I could sing it, but I'm not going to subject you to that. Yeah, well, my oyster with today's theme, isn't it? I have put in the pouch some stamps that are very old now, quite well loved. Magazine set stamps. That's probably a better way of showing them, but you can see how stained some of them are. I love these stamps. I'm not entirely sure who designed them, but they're so pretty. And I quite often do painty stuff with them, and have I done any paint yet this month? I don't think I have. Maybe I'll use paint. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I need to decide. Okay, before we get started, for those that don't know, Christmas in July is where I will attempt and have been working hard at a video every single day for Christmas project. Cards, tags, mainly cards. And so yeah, I did it last year and the year before. There are playlists on my channel, so please do check them out so you can see the whole run. And by the end of this month, there'll be 93 Christmas in July inspiration things for you. Hopefully you'll enjoy this project. If you do, please do consider subscribing. I still find it weird that people watch my videos, don't subscribe. But then I did talk to a friend yesterday and she went, I don't even know how to do it. So you do need yourself a YouTube channel, not a YouTube channel, you need a YouTube login. You don't actually have to produce YouTube videos yourself. And once you're logged in on YouTube, you can press the subscribe button, and what happens then? They all appear in your feed, and you can watch all the people that you subscribe to. There you go. That was my little YouTube lesson of the day. Right, I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to decide what I mean by Blue Christmas and how I'm going to interpret it for this card. And my plan is to only make one card because the last few projects over the last week have had quite a lot of cards in them. That I don't need that many cards. Okay, let's get cracking. So I did stick to only making one card, and it was an easy one, and it was fun. And I don't think it's at all what I had planned when I originally put these stamps into the folder, because I think I was intending to use the floral ones, but I ended up going, no, do you know what? I quite fancy using the house trees. And then I decided against using acrylic paints, which was probably what I was originally thinking, and instead went in with my shimmery watercolour paints. Just totally different idea. So I had a few different thoughts in my head as I was aligning the stamps, and I decided to go with the big house and then the from our home to yours. And I thought that worked well as a sentiment. I'm just thinking it says house, not home. From our house to yours. Okay, clearly it's Blue Christmas, therefore we're going to go with blue colours. So I needed to go and get myself some fresh water though, because my water was really manky that was on the desk. A lot of shimmer bits and stuff in it from having sort of washed my brush out with when doing shimmer spritz. And I decided to create a lovely wash panel behind the house and over the sentiment. That was my starting point. I went in with this sort of like lilac-y blue, went in quite light and then added in a little bit more of the brighter blue. And that is my wash panel that goes all the way around. You can see I'm fiddling with it a bit. I get it to drip a little bit, added a little bit more in. These paints were really inexpensive. They were from Hobbycraft many years ago. Don't use them very often, but I love using them because they are quite cute. There's a fair amount of mica in them. Really lovely. Okay, so the intention was to kind of let the background dry a bit more than I actually did before I started doing the house. Yeah, not patient enough. So we did get a little bit of the colour coming from the door went onto the ground outside the house, but that's fine. I just added it in as if it was a shadow. And the good thing about this sort of painting is it's quite forgiving, as in it's not meant to be neat, it's not meant to be tidy. It's fine if it sort of spreads a little bit, I decided against lit up windows and went for dark windows on my house just because I didn't want to add yellow in. Instead, I just added the grey black kind of colour. And then I did use my heat tool. I used it on the lower setting though. This particular tool, it's got two settings. One kind of like is like a warming kind of thing, and the other one's the high intensity for heat embossing. So I did use it on the lower setting. Ideally, you should leave it to just do its own thing, but I didn't. Then I had left the stamps in the same place, and I'd put that sort of positioning guide there so that I could re-stamp the artwork, the line art over the top. Reason being is because they've got mica in them, they are slightly opaque when they go over the line art. I just wanted to neaten it up a little bit. And then I went for a torn edge. Don't often go for torn edges. It's not my thing normally. And I'm not brilliant at tearing cardstock. This is a very heavy watercolour cardstock that I've used for this particular card. Like a proper like mixed media watercolour cardstock. So it is quite heavy, but I really like the torn edge, kind of the exposing the core of the cardstock. So use some wet glue to stick it down and pop to the I did put the stamp wheel positioning thing on the top just to press it into place. The reason I use wet glue is because it is a textured cardstock and it got a little bit of warping from all of the water. So ideal just to pop it, add something heavy on it just to keep it in place. And it helps to flatten it out a little bit and make sure that the glue has adhered. Now the card blank is made from the same cardstock, and I have stamped the other little house and the Merry Christmas on the inside. Because to be honest, that front panel could be a just from our house to yours, thinking of you, saying hello, all those sorts of things. But obviously this is a Christmas card, so I have done Christmas sentiment on the inside. I mean, the house, to be honest, does look a little bit like a Christmassy house because it's got a wreath on the front door. So, you know, actually there's a lot of people now have wreaths on their front door. I love wreaths. They have wreaths on the front door all year round, all different kinds of ones. So they'll put an Easter one or a spring one or a summer one. We got a new front door on our house year before. Last year. It's not suitable for a wreath, and I'm not putting one of those hangers over the top because it costs us a lot, that door. So anyway, I digress. I love a wreath, can't have one on my own door. I hope you like this simple card. Just added some gems at the end just to finish off. But yeah, really shimmery. You can see there how the light catches the painting. It's so pretty. I just love it. And could be easily replicated. You could do loads of these panels and do them in all different colours. But yeah, I went with blue because it was Blue Christmas. So please subscribe if you want to see more videos. I've already told you that. Please do give me a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.